What's going on, guys? Gonna wait for some people to come in here, but I can't believe this. I mean, I really can't. Really, I've been a Jags fan for a long time. Obviously, many downs and very few ups, but I don't think I've ever been through more of a down than what is right now. So we get the news today: Doug Pederson fired. Okay, we all knew that was coming. We all knew that was coming. The writing was on the wall on that one, but Trent Baalke remains. I don't understand. I don't freaking understand Shad Khan and his logic of why this guy needs to hang around. Why is this guy such an integral part of this football team? I don't understand it. What has he done that's proven that say, hey, you know what? This guy is a smart guy. This guy knows what's going on. This guy is this guy absolutely deserves to hang around. I mean, if you look at his track record at the 49ers, the same exact thing is happening over there that's happening here. The team goes down, the team cycles through head coaches, every head coach gets worse than the next, and then eventually he gets fired. Eventually everything happens, and it's so ridiculous. Shout out to official Nirvana, man. $50 donation. Get the trash out. Come on, Gruden, we need you. And that's the thing. It's hard to even celebrate Doug Pederson going because let's be real. And thank you so much, Nirvana. Also, David Bryan, member for 2 months. I only have 2 words for Trent Baalke: clown chaos. And this is the thing. Like, Doug Pederson, it's hard to even celebrate him. And Doug Pederson absolutely deserved to go. Look, it was when you actually look back at the career of Doug Pederson, 3 seasons, he never put a complete season together. 2022, he was great at the end of 2022. We made that magical playoff run. Everything was awesome, but the Jaguars never recreated that. In 2023, while the Jaguars started off 8-3, they felt like a very fraudulent 8-3. Finished off the year 1-5, and fell out of the playoffs. And the Jaguars finished 9-8. And then this year, obviously 4-13. There were a bunch of question marks around him when it comes to really bad coaching, when it comes to just him never defending Trevor Lawrence, always trying to throw him under the bus. Of all players that throw under the bus, it was always the quarterback. Also, he just also talking down on the fans, saying, oh, I would like to explain this to you guys, but you guys wouldn't understand. It was start off like, such a good thing. We got the Super Bowl winning guy. All of a sudden, in 1 year, he turns it around. It felt like we were going to be able to carry the momentum, but it never got carried forward. 7 years ago is when he won the Super Bowl, and now he just seems like an old guy. You know what I mean? His obedience to Press Taylor, never wanting to break up that marriage, always wanting to keep him as offensive coordinator, bringing in Ryan Nielsen, a defensive coordinator who was just pretty awful. And then now, and look at the situation he's out. It's like, okay, fine. Thanks for what you did. 3 seasons. You went out there. You gave us a playoff win. You gave us an exciting start to the 2023 season, but, let's be real, your quarterback has regressed in each year since 2022. 2023 wasn't very good for Trevor Lawrence. We thought he was going to elevate, and he didn't. He took a step backwards. So then this year, obviously, the offense wasn't good. Trevor Lawrence was in and out with injuries. Probably wasn't even supposed to play Trevor Lawrence at the end of the year when he got hit by Aziz and got his concussed for the season. But that is what it is. But now the fact that the Jaguars retained Shad Khan, dude, are you blind? Are you blind to the fact that this guy does not need to be here? What has he done to prove that he needs to be here? All he's done is waste picks on linebackers, completely destroy free agency classes. He's disappointed when it comes to building the offensive line. He tries to add defensive linemen, but it doesn't work out. Trayvon Walker over Aiden Hutchinson was not a good pick. Trayvon Walker is good, but Aiden Hutchinson is a game wrecker. Missed on the Eric Armstead free agency signing. And the main tip that he has right now is that, hey, look, Brian Thomas Jr. trading back and getting him was a good pick, but that's like one feather in his cap. When you look around, where are the top 5 players in the NFL? You look around this roster, we don't have that, dude. We've been getting out-drafted by teams like the Lions and Chiefs and all these different things, and you've had plenty of time to build this thing, and the roster sucks right now. The roster is in disarray. You can't find a wide receiver, too. You're cycling in Marvin Jones, Zay Jones, Gabe Davis, none of them working out. You need a guy on the outside of Brian Thomas Jr. now, and I don't think, and now Gabe Davis is locked down, and I don't trust that he's going to be able to draft a wide receiver because he doesn't like to do it. But when I look at things, like, now everyone was in love with the idea of Ben Johnson coming here. Today we clean the slate. Everybody's gone. Now we can basically say, Ben Johnson, what do you need to come here and coach? Now Trent Baalke's in the building. Trent Baalke's going to be in on the interviews. There's no way Ben Johnson is coming in here. And I'm really, really hoping that, because there's words out there that Shad Khan wants to get the top head coach candidate. If he comes in here, Ben Johnson, as opposed to Byron Leftwich, when Byron Leftwich was coming a couple years ago, he was basically demanding that Adrian Wilson be his GM. Shad Khan did not want to honor that. If Ben Johnson demands his own GM, Ben Johnson has a lot more street cred than Byron Leftwich at this point. Okay? So I think Shad Khan there's a chance that maybe if Ben Johnson demands Trent Baalke out, that really after all these interviews and, after another time where he wants this coach and he says no to the GM, I'm really, really hoping that he can make it happen. Maybe he's just going to test out the waters and see, okay, what's the temperature on Trent Baalke? But there's no way he could say he's going to choose Trent Baalke over Ben Johnson, or Trent Baalke over, Liam Cohen for the Buccaneers, or anybody for that matter. He does not deserve the right to be able to keep him. It's complete clown movement, man. Complete clown movement. Todd Clemson is better. $2 donation. BTJ secure Trent's job. I don't know what it is, man. He's just, Shad Khan needs to listen to more football people. I don't know how. I don't know if Shad Khan listens to advice. I don't know if he cares. Bradley Pritchard, $5 donations. Decisions like keeping Baalke is why we continue to be a joke of an organization, and it's painful. And this day was supposed to be, honestly, one of the brightest days as a Jaguar fan in Shad Khan's tenure. A clean house for the first time since 2013, and the difference between now and 2013 is that you have a Trevor Lawrence, you have a Brian Thomas Jr., you have a Josh Hines Allen, you have a decently talented roster, not an overly talented roster, but a roster where it says, hey, there are some pieces here. We need to get better, but there are some pieces here. We also have a stadium of the future on the way. You have a lot of stuff that is going positive for the Jaguars, but now I don't even know. And it's hard to even celebrate Doug Pederson going. And it's honestly, it sucks with Doug Pederson because, man, a year ago today, I really thought he was the answer. When he was 8-3 at the start of 2023, I was like, man, it's nice that we finally have our guy and like we're going to be able to have sustained success. But it didn't really last, and it's not the same as Urban Meyer when it comes to the excitement. But yeah, he put out a post that, talking about difficult letting Doug Pederson go. But then the next paragraph, Shad Khan says, I strongly believe it is possible next season to restore the winning environment we had here not long ago. Not long ago, our winning organization has not been here since the 90s. We've had flashes in the pan. 2017 was fun. 2022 was fun, but it's been surrounded by double-digit loss seasons. I will collaborate with General Manager Trent Baalke and others within and close to our organization to hire a leader who shares my ambition and is ready to seize the extraordinary opportunity we will offer in Jacksonville. Oh, God. A porous decision. And I'm really, really hoping that when Shad Khan does do his search for a head coach, that the hand gets forced, because right now Ben Johnson, he's not interviewing teams as an interview. Ben Johnson is interviewing teams. It's not teams interviewing Ben Johnson. It's Ben Johnson's interviewing teams to see if they fit what he has. And Jordan Schultz, who's been on top of stuff, he says multiple sources emphasized last week that Jaguars would struggle to attract a top head coach if they kept Trent Baalke. They faced similar challenges during the last coaching search. Owner Shad Khan spoke with many people, but he remains unmoved. Baalke is staying. One source just now. Fucking insane. Dude, it's insanity, man. Absolute insanity. Oh, and it'll be interesting to see if any futures come out. By the way, guys, this stream's powered by BetUS. 150% deposit bonus using promo code YouTube150. with NFL playoff actions in the swing and also college football playoffs. There's going to be a lot of fun stuff to go on over there. I'll be interested to see when they start dropping NFL division futures, because I imagine that the Jaguars there won't be much of a gap between them and the Titans. God, it really is unbelievable. It's unbelievable that we are doing this. Shout out to Davin Poe, RIP covers career. Baalke is a cancer. It's insane. And I kept saying that, oh yeah, he's going to be out. Trent Baalke is going to be out because it doesn't make any logical sense why he'd stay. And now we're here where it literally makes no logical sense. It makes no logical sense. It's a damn shame, man. It's a damn shame. And I'm sorry to every Jaguar fan out there that we have to endure this, because it's going to be painful. It's going to be painful. And I words can't describe how dumb this is. I mean, Trent Baalke, when he was over with the 49ers, kind of inherited Jim Harbaugh. That relationship soured. And guess who won that struggle? Trent Baalke. Jim Harbaugh moves on to Michigan, wins the national championship there, goes on to the Chargers and and is in the playoffs for them right now. Wraps up the number, 7 seed? No, number 5 seed, actually. You look at this is a head coach's league, man. This is a head coach's league. Sean Payton goes over there and turns around the Denver Broncos in 2 years. Cuts all the crap. They had all this dead cap, moves on from Russell Wilson and goes to the playoffs with the rookie quarterback. Same with Jim Harbaugh. He goes over there, takes on a mess in the Los Angeles Chargers, and they're in the playoffs. And here we are. Here we are, man. It's crazy, man. Lil Young says, oh my God, you're so annoying every live stream. All right, man. Peace. You don't have to be here. Thanks for coming. The Gabe Davis and Eric Armstead signings alone should get Baalke fired. It's insanity, man. I think the Schultz quote is the best fucking insane. We still have Baalke. It's insane, man. It's insane. And like I said, I always try to have hope in every situation. And I just hope that as they conduct these head coaching searches, that he realizes, yeah, if I want to get a top head coach, Jim Harbaugh, Liam Cohen, or any of these guys, even Mike Vrabel, even though Mike Vrabel feels like he's going to the New England Patriots, none of them are going to want to work with Trent Baalke. And I hope that the hand is tipped where he says, you know what? I give you time, given the opportunity. It doesn't really make sense that a GM is going to get his third head coach here. I'm sorry, man. You're out. And I don't understand what it is with Baalke's personality that Shad Khan feels that he is such an essential part to this team. I just don't understand it, man. Don't understand it. Yeah, it's definitely interesting. Seeing some, reactions around Twitter. Let's go ahead and pull it up. Always like to get Twitter's reaction. Bring up this BetUS graphic again. Jags locker room open to me at 10:30. Owner Shad Khan and GM Trent Baalke slated to meet with me via Zoom today, 2 p.m. today. Jeez, man. God, and I just hope that anybody that can say anything to Shad Khan, like Tony Baselli, somebody just speak with him. The Jaguars will retain general manager Trent Baalke. That will greatly restrict the pool of interested candidates. Dude, come on, man. Everybody, it's not even a secret. It's actual fact that we will not be able to get a guy. He never wavered. Shout out to him for always believing he would survive. Hate being right in this case. Trent Baalke staying in Jacksonville is absurd. He is the problem. Who wants to work with him? He is the problem, man. Oh. I'm literally sick to my stomach about this decision. I'm telling you, man, this has to change. I certainly hope the hand is tipped, because if we end up with Eberflus or Bill O'Brien, Vance Joseph, something like this. It's absolute insanity. Because we're in a situation where, we have been failing Trevor Lawrence. We have a franchise quarterback, but we're making him look like a bum. This is a Jaguars issue, not a Trevor Lawrence issue. David Bryan says, Khan has simply hired the wrong people. He has the right idea how to get the Jaguars on track toward becoming a winning franchise, but it failed. And that's his thing. Shad Khan has unwavering patience, and that makes this job so attractive. But this job is not attractive with Trent Baalke at the helm. Like, come on, man. It's crazy. And the fact that he's always feuding with head coaches and coaches and stuff like that, and everybody in the building doesn't like him. It's crazy, man. Jaguars are 62 and 144 since the clown Shad Khan has bought the team. The problem is him and nobody else at this point. The fact that this guy has company is prosperous beyond me. And yeah, that is very true. This isn't even a Trent. We shouldn't even be mad at Trent Baalke. We should be mad at Shad Khan, because hell, Trent Baalke isn't retaining himself. It's Shad that's retaining him. This is considered by many the best job opening in the cycle. Now, when you ask around, that opinion does vary based on the GM spot being open as well, which it will not be. It better open. I swear to God. I swear to God, man. Okay, I'm sorry, Lil Young. Thought you were talking to me. I apologize. Oh, crazy, man. Unbelievable. Jaguars are an unserious organization and will be losers until Baalke is fired. Khan is a clown. Someone wake up, Baselli, and get him on the show. We need answers. It's insanity. It's insanity, man. It's crazy. I'm at a loss for words, man. At a loss for words. I just hope that I don't know what kind of people Shad Khan has his camp. I don't know what football people he trusts, but something has to happen here, man. Somebody has to speak to this man and just let him know how much of an idiot he is. I don't know, man. I'm at a complete loss. I can't, there's very many things that, I can sit here and I can, like the draft or free agency, I can say, hey, while I may not agree with it, this is why he did this. This is why you're drafting all these linebackers in one of these drafts. This is why you do this and that. But I cannot explain this one to you. It's just absolute insanity. It's porous. It's all the adjectives that you want to describe. So I don't know. Now it's just wait and see. We are a clown organization, and I'm gonna hold out hope that once they start talking to guys, once they start targeting the top guys, that the hand is forced. Because if the pool of candidates shrinked a lot 3 years ago when the job was open, it should be even smaller now. And I'm hoping that, right now, and the thing was in 2022 when this job was open, there was no Ben Johnson. There was no like top guy ever. Like, Ben Johnson is a very, very rare breed where he's basically been offered head coach jobs. He could have had head coach jobs a long time ago, but he waited for the best opportunity. He doesn't want to just grab a job to grab it. He wants to wait for the perfect opportunity for him. And it feels like that is with Jacksonville, with everything the Jaguars have going. You have Trevor Lawrence, you have top 5 cap space, you have all this draft capital, you have no state income taxes, you have great weather, you have a stadium of the future on the way, you have a patient and non-meddling owner. But we kept the cancer. The cancer Trent Baalke is in the room, and I can't bear to even look at his face. I can't stand to listen to his raspy voice. There's nothing about him that I like. Like, cool, you got Brian Thomas Jr. Well done. I was sitting here clamoring for Brian Thomas Jr. It's not that hard. I mean, you guys saw me on this channel. I'm not a I told you so guy, but I was clamoring all offseason last year. Draft Brian Thomas Jr., draft Brian Thomas Jr., and he did. That doesn't make Baalke a genius. It just makes it so, oh, we got that one right. Crazy, man. Crazy. Absolute insanity. Absolute insanity. But we'll see. We'll see. Like I said, this all comes back around to I hope this forces his hand. I hope this forces his hand. So we'll see, man. We'll see. But with that said, we'll keep you guys updated on everything going on with the Jaguars right here on the channel. Do me a favor, guys. Please drop a like. Also, guys, my schedule this week. Tomorrow night, I actually am the host of the AFC South Roundtable. That is every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So if you guys can, go to YouTube, type in AFC South Roundtable, subscribe to that channel. Obviously, off-season mode, so it's going to be a lot of exciting stuff to talk about. So definitely go over there. Every Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern time, we have I will be live on Bleacher Report this offseason. So go over there and I'll have live streams, 30-minute live streams every Wednesday. And then also Club Jaguar will be back this Wednesday. We've been off this last couple of weeks just with New Year's Eve and Christmas Eve and all that stuff, but we'll be back with actual with stuff to talk about. But yeah, it's insanity. Big shout out to BetUS for powering the stream. Like I said, we'll keep you guys updated. I'm very happy that it's off season so we can kind of flip the page and move on, but not happy with today's decisions. Not happy at all. And I can't believe it. I really can't believe it. But thank you guys for being here. Go Jags.